Welcome to Boxing Profiles. How you guys doing? My name is Tony Prince, and I'm your host today. Hey guys, I want to talk to you guys. Well, first, let me welcome you back to the channel. Welcome back for all my supporters that support the channel. Thank you. Big props goes out to you. And I'm back to go ahead and give you some more information, some more exciting information. This weekend is the trilogy. They're calling it a super fight between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. Bad blood, bad company. One more time. Bad blood, bad company. These two fighters used to respect each other, but before you can have bad blood, there has to be at least a mutual liking of each other. And then whatever it develops into, it developed into bad blood between the two fighters. I've been there, done that. Okay. So I understand 100% what this is all about. It's about who is the best. Later on, they could be friends later on after this is over. Currently, right now, they hate each other. And that makes for a good fight. The question is, which one of these guys will be great? Because you only have 3 minutes to be great. If you earn the second round, then yes, you have 3 more minutes to be great, to prove who and what you really are. Are you a champion, or are you second best? Which one are you? Canelo, I'm talking to you. G, I'm talking to you. Which one are you? Are you the best, or you second best? Which one are you? Who is going to stand up and be great? 3 minutes is all you have to show the fans. Hardcore fans. Spectators are going to be spectators, and they're going to say whatever they want to say and jump on the bandwagon. But hardcore boxing fans, you know what I'm talking about. Which one of you is going to be great on Saturday night? Canelo, are you still going to show us who and what you are made of? What the Mexican style is really all about? Or Triple G, are you going to show us what you are really about? That is the question. That's what boxing fans want to see. And it doesn't matter to all you spectators that say you didn't want to see this particular fight. We didn't ask for this particular fight. Guess what? The fight is here whether you ask for it or not. So let's be real and let's keep this real simple. Okay? It's here. It's time to watch it. And we'll find out which fighter is going to be great. Both fighters in their last fights, neither one of them looked like they were great fighters. Canelo lost to Bivol. Triple G won, but he didn't look all that great. But we will find out Saturday who is going to be great. But just for a brief moment, I want to play you guys a video. It's not about Canelo Alvarez or Triple G. It is about Ogana Chukwuemeka is what this video is about a young up-and-coming fighter in the video. And it is my intro to Boxing Profiles TV. Check this out, folks. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this with you right now. Check it out. That's it. You're good. Again. There you go, folks. Ogana Chukwuemeka is the fighter that you saw in first person, and at the end of the video, the one with the weights in his hands, and he's punching, he's doing the shadow boxing. That is Ogana Chukwuemeka. Ogana Chukwuemeka is a amateur fighter. He is currently now the Golden Gloves champion, and he is making noise in the amateur division. That's right, he is making noise in the amateur division. His last couple fights have been knockouts, putting people to sleep in the amateurs, putting them to sleep. So look for Ogana in the future. Okay, remember that name, Ogana Chukwuemeka. Okay, OG is what some of us call him. All right, and just look out for him only on Boxing Profiles TV. All right, folks. So let's get back to this trilogy fight that we have coming up this weekend between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G. So, folks, as we sit here and we think about the past two fights that happened, some of you will say Canelo won. Some of you will say Triple G won. Well, this fight is going to settle it all. We're going to find out who is the best, who is the number one middleweight. That's what this is all about, okay? Now, this fight could be a barn burner. Then again, who knows? Maybe it could be a one-sided fight. That could happen on either end of the fight. It just depends on who wants it more, okay? I love Canelo Alvarez to death. I love everything that the man has done inside the ring. The man is a great, phenomenal champion. Triple G on the other side, I never liked Triple G from the beginning. And who you think I'm going to win, who do I think is going to win the fight is going to surprise a lot of you guys. Okay? Now, since I mentioned that, I'm picking Triple G to win this fight. And there are two fights in boxing that you do not want to fight because the fighter gives you 1,000%. That is a fighter that is making his pro debut and a fighter that is having his last fight on the way out. Those are two fights you do not want to fight because you get 100% the best, maybe 1,000% of that particular fighter. Okay, so those are the two fights that you do not want to fight. Trust me, I know. I've been there, former fighter myself. Okay, now check this out, guys. Look, okay. Reason why I picked Triple G to win this fight is Canelo Alvarez has been going up and down in weight, and he's wavering. He's not the same Canelo that he was of Canelo of old, okay? He's not that same guy, okay? The weight of going up and down is going to hurt him. We saw Roy Jones do that, and Roy Jones never was the same. Let's see what happens. Is Canelo going to follow in the same footsteps as Roy Jones? Okay? Mayweather spoke out and said the weight is going to hurt him, all the moving up and moving down. Mayweather stood out and said the same thing. Okay? I believe the same thing. I think it's going to hurt him in this particular fight. Okay? This is why I'm picking Triple G to win this fight. Triple G has to have, there are certain keys for Triple G to win this particular fight. Okay? Triple G needs to box. Canelo has always had problems with boxers. Triple G, I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. Do not go toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez. Stay on the outside, utilizing your jab, and you may possibly win this fight. I give 80% to Triple G winning this fight. Okay, and I don't tell you like this. It's not that I hate Triple G. I just don't like nothing about him. Okay, period. I don't like Triple G. I never did from the beginning. I don't like how he fights. I don't like nothing about him. Okay, but I have to step up and I have to say, I still think the man has got skills. Okay, he has a lot of skills. All right. Now maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Canelo's gonna go in there and he's gonna put hands on him and bring smoke to Triple G's ass. Okay, he just might do that. All right, but I don't know which Canelo is gonna show up at this particular fight. If it's the old Canelo, ooh, ooh, the one that fought Miguel Cotto, ooh, if he shows up, Triple G, you got problems all night long. But G, I'm picking you to win the fight. But you got it's gonna be there'll be some things that you got to do in order to beat Canelo. Number one, you got to use your jab. You got to get in and get out and throw combinations. You got to do that consistently all night long to win the fight. Period. Or knock him out. You're in Vegas. Okay? And as it stands, it's questionable. Is Canelo Alvarez still the face of boxing? If he is, hard to beat. Hard to beat. Okay? This is going to settle up. Who is the number one middleweight? That's what this is going to do. It's going to settle up. Who is the number one middleweight? Well, we're going to find out on Saturday. I hope you guys are on the edge of your seat, okay? So I'm going to play a little video that I got over here for you guys, a little history between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, just a little bit, not much, just a little bit, okay? Because I have something to say about commentators. I want to get to that right after the video here. All right, guys, so here we go. Check this out.
Back in 2017, when they first met, Canelo and Gennady Golovkin, a huge rivalry started. As we set up for the third and probably the last time they meet, we are unpacking all the hype for Canelo Triple G, the super fight in September. I am Claudia Trejos, and this is Canelo Triple G, the trilogy.
These guys knew each other for a long time ago, so they had that admiration and respect, and that went out the window.
Very few fights can be called super fights. This is one of them.
So you won the first fight.
Canelo lost that fight.
This is a draw.
The people know who won.
There's only one thing left to do. Rematch. It got personal, it got nasty. Use drugs.
Pues siempre me gusta respetar a los rivales. Normalmente el que no me respeta, pues tampoco lo respeto, ¿no?
Who will be the middleweight champion of the world?
Canelo pushed back the monster.
Good hard right hand by Golovkin.
And new.
It's time to see the trilogy.
This is for the time both guys come back and test each other. GGG has to take it out of the judge's hand. Canelo smashes him.
For as long as this fight lasts, it's gonna be epic.
Totalmente. Mi champion de eso. Al final de cuentas nos vamos a subir, nos vamos a dar en la madre, no todos.
This fierce rivalry has been burning for the last 5 years. As they get ready to face each other for the third time, let's explore the origins of this very personal feud.
Here's the thing, whenever you despise someone, whenever you grow to hate somebody, you have to first admire and love them, or appreciate them, or respect them.
У нас было, по-моему, пару тренировочных сборов совместно. То есть это было давно, это было долгое время.
You know, these guys.
Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there. Okay, as you heard the commentator say, in order for you guys to hate each other, they had one point, they had to admire each other. These guys got a history. They used to spar together, okay? Way back in the day, they used to spar together. So now these two guys come to hate each other, you know, and that happens a lot in boxing itself. You know, you know, things change, people change, okay? People have different ideas. People want to be in different places and things like that. So look, the bottom line to this is we got a trilogy. Is it going to be a barn burner? Who or which one of these guys want it the most? Is it Canelo? Is it Triple G? But the big question is this. Which one of these guys wants to be great? You only have 3 minutes to be great. Second round is not promised to you. You have to earn the second round, and so on. So who in this trilogy wants to be great? Is it Canelo or is it Triple G? I'm picking Triple G in this fight, and I don't like Triple G at all. Period. Period. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Canelo of old shows up and smokes Triple G. That's what I hope. But from what I saw in his last fight and him up and down in the weight, I got to go with Triple G 100%. Okay? And again, I'm not a Triple G fan whatsoever. And if Canelo loses this fight, I do believe Canelo retires. Okay? That's what I believe. All right? Now, for both of the guys, I have a beef with Canelo and Triple G for not fighting Jermell Charlo or David Benavidez. So I have a beef with both of them for not fighting those fighters. Okay? Because if you want to be the number one guy, you got to fight everybody. If you are the best at what you do, you have to fight everybody. There is no exception to the rule. You have to fight them and you have to win to be the best. Now, if there's some doubt inside your mind, of course, you're not going to fight them. You're going to do everything you can to put the fights off. Sound familiar? There's a fighter out there. There's a couple fighters out there that are doing that. Okay? I'm sure when I said it sounds familiar, the name popped into your head. Yeah, so I don't have to mention the name. The bottom line to this is, which one of these guys wants to be great? Who wants it the most? Good question. 3 minutes, folks. 3 minutes is all you have to be great. Will we see a knockout? Will we see one fighter put hands on the other fighter? Will we see that? Will we see controversy in the decision of the referee or doctor or judges? These are things that's happening to big fights or what they call super fights in the past. So will this happen Saturday night when it comes to this particular super fight? Remember something, folks. We boxing fans and hardcore boxing fans and you spectators, okay, that are there, that are out here watching these fights, we want to see something great. That's what we want to see. Okay? And don't get me started going back into the days of old, okay? Because there was 2 great fights that I've seen. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm 60 years old. I've seen a lot of good fights. But the 2 greatest fights that I've seen was the Thriller in Manila, Julio Cesar Chavez, and Meldrick Taylor won. By far, those are 2 of the greatest fights I've ever seen. No one has been able to top those 2 fights yet. Okay? So, which one of these fighters wants to be great? Who is the baddest middleweight on the planet. Canelo Alvarez or Triple G? That is the question. What are we going to see when it comes to Saturday night? Are we going to see the old Canelo Alvarez? Or are we going to see the old Triple G? Okay? Now, I have issues with both of the fighters. Canelo going up and down in weight is one of my big issues. You don't need to do that. You never needed to do that. Okay? Roy Jones did it, and you saw what happened to Roy Jones. Triple G, you need to box Canelo. You need to keep Canelo on the end of your jab, and if you fight on the inside, you can't stand in front of Canelo. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. You cannot stand in front of Canelo because he's fast. His combinations is going to eat you up. From the past 2 fights, you should know that. You got some experience. You guys been going at it for a while. You guys know each other very, very well. So, which one of you guys want it the most? That's the question. All right, folks. That's all I got for you. Watch the fight. I hope it's a barn burner. I just hope it's a barn burner. I hope it is a really good fight because I'm longing to see a great fight. I hope this could be a great fight. I hope this is the super fight that everyone is making it out to be. Okay? Because some boxing fans are saying, hey, man, we never asked for this. Well, it doesn't matter what you asked for. The fight is here. And that's the whole point. Some boxing fans think that, that their opinion matters. Well, you know what, boxing fans, your opinion doesn't matter. Doesn't matter unless you are a part of in the behind the scenes of what these promoters and things are what they're doing. Until then, it's just words. That's all it is. It's just words, basically. Bottom line. That goes for me too. It's just words. Okay. But that's all I can say. Oh, but before I go, there is one thing I want to touch on. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. At first, I was excited that they was even people to talk and the things like these guys were even gonna fight each other. I was excited. Okay. After all these months of negotiation and all this other stuff, and there's still no contracts that are signed, and we keep hearing the same old crap. Oh, there's a date that's been set for November 19th. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's that. And there's no contract that has been signed, which means there is no fight. Period. It has not been formally announced by the people that are doing the negotiations. So there is no fight, period. I don't care if they agreed on everything on the contract. There is no fight until the contract is signed. Okay? So we got all these other YouTubers that are out there. Okay? And they're not bad channels. They're good channels. They got some good channels out there. Okay? But the bottom line to it is there's no fight. I don't care what they say until it is announced by the people that are the negotiation. Because as soon as they announce it, it's gonna spread like wildfire. It's gonna be wildfire as soon as they announce that. But it's all quiet on the home front. That's exactly what you're gonna hear. Absolutely nothing. So the bottom line to it is there is no fight between these two guys, okay, until it's formally and officially announced, okay? That's all I got to tell you guys. And just say this, who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Okay? Bottom line, this weekend, they calling it the super fight. Canelo. I don't know if it is a super fight. because I don't know what's going to happen in the fight. I don't know which one of these guys wants to be great. That is the key, and that is the question. Who wants to be great? Who wants to be the baddest man on the planet in the middleweight division? Who wants, which one of these guys want it more? I'm going with Triple G on it. And I'm not a Triple G fan. One, by no means, not a fan of Triple G in any kind of way, but I got to go with Triple G on this one. I think Triple G is going to utilize his jab, and he's going to keep Canelo on the outside of his jab and using combinations. He has to stick and move. If you stand in front of Canelo, you got problems. You got problems if you stand in front of Canelo, okay? You got problems. Triple G, I mean, hey, not taking nothing away from you. You can do some nice things inside that ring. But your strongest thing, the strongest point of Triple G is his jab. So, G, you got to set everything up on the jab. Who knows? You might get lucky. You might put him to sleep. Maybe. Now, there's a flip side to that coin, Triple G. You also can be put to sleep or get hands put on you. And the same thing with you, Canelo. You can get hands put on you. Now, it would be ironic if this fight turns out to be a draw. It would be really, really ironic if that's what happens in this particular fight, if it turns out to be a draw. Weird things has happened in boxing. I don't know. But I'm going to go with Triple G to win this particular fight because of Canelo's going up and down in the weight. Roy Jones did it, and it hurt Roy Jones. He's never been the same. So let's see if Canelo of old shows up. If Canelo of old shows up, ooh, the Canelo that fought Miguel Cotto, ooh, if that Canelo shows up, I hope I'm wrong with saying Triple G's going to win the fight. I really do. I really do, because I love Canelo to death. But I got to go Triple G this time. Canelo, the Latino community is watching you. We want to know what you're going to do. We want to know. Okay? But I got to go with G on this particular fight. All right, guys, that's all I got for you guys. Hey, man, remember something. Keep punching. Don't get punch drunk. Deuces. I'm out. Watch the fight. Tell me what you think. Oh, if you guys like this sort of content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Okay? Look for my podcast. Look for the small little pre-recorded podcasts that I do. Look for me to give you new videos, different commercials, things like that, things that I actually create myself, and then putting that sort of content that's out there, making my channel a little bit different from everybody else's. Okay. Now, I know it's easy for people to get on here and just talk, but also, if you're going to go ahead and support the channel, let them give you something in return. Okay. All right, guys, let them give you something in return. Okay. All right, guys, you guys have a great one. All right. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your weekend. Tell me what you guys think about the fight. Write a comment in the comment section. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good one.